Good morning. This is Mike Houston with your weather hazard briefing for Southeast Idaho on Saturday, July 3rd. Looking at our weather impact summary slide, we see unseasonably hot conditions today and Sunday with heat impacts with advisories and warnings already out across portions of the region. We do expect isolated thunderstorm development across portions of the central and southern mountains today, and that coverage increasing for Sunday for a potential red flag warning in the central mountains and southern highlands. We do expect to see moderating temperatures on Monday, but then a resumption of the unseasonably hot conditions Tuesday and Wednesday with near record highs possible and continuing heat impacts. We do expect to see breezy conditions beginning to sneak into the central mountains on Wednesday, and then the Snake River Plain on Thursday. And then as we head into the latter part of the week and the weekend, we really expect to see temperatures expand across the region with record highs expected in many places here for Friday through Sunday. Okay, let's get into the slides that we have here. Looking at the current satellite imagery, you don't get to see much here, but there is a weak little low pressure system here off of Vancouver Island. We do have a high pressure center here across the western Great Basin, and then a weak circulation off the coast here that doesn't look like it impacts us much during the forecast. Looking at our storm track today, the high pressure that I mentioned here a minute ago across the Great Basin, and then that trough off the coast. So for today, we are expecting to see a relatively subdued thunderstorm activity. Most of it will be from basically Mackay up through Spencer here, isolated in nature, and then some down here near the City of Rocks. As we work our way into the afternoon hours today, we expect to see high temperatures generally running in the mid to upper 90s, closing in on the century mark down here in Jerome and Shoshone, with daytime minimum humidities in the teens in most places. That has prompted a heat advisory and heat warnings here for portions of southern Idaho. The warnings here from Burley to Shoshone, and the advisories on some of these other outlying areas. And that'll be for today and Sunday. As we work into Sunday afternoon, you see the ridge expanding a little further eastward across the northern Rockies. We do see that trough beginning to shear east along the Canadian border. So the mixture of that, and along with some monsoon moisture lifting up out of Nevada, will be enough to spark at least scattered thunderstorm activity here in the Mackay to Spencer corridor, and then again across the southern highlands, where I expect to see at least some potential fire weather red flag warnings in those regions for thunderstorm activity. We do get a little lull in the activity on Monday, but by the time we get out into Tuesday and Wednesday, we see this ridge rebounding across the region with a vengeance. I do expect to see some heat advisories and heat warnings being raised on Tuesday and Wednesday, with high temperatures again soaring up towards the century mark here down here in the Snake River Plain and eastern Magic Valley, and mid and upper 90s in the central and southeast mountains. We'll see humidities plummet once again into the teens, lower teens, and maybe even single digits in some areas. We do expect to see, as that ridge develops across the region, we do expect to see a weak disturbance moving into and across Canada late Wednesday into Thursday. That'll bring us the first hint of some wind into the central mountains here on Wednesday afternoon for another potential red flag event. And then on Thursday, we'll see that expand into the Snake River Plain for potential red flags in that region as well. Get a little lull in the activity Friday as the ridge begins to redevelop across the region, and essentially as we work into the weekend for Saturday and Sunday, temperatures should soar back into the 100-degree readings, expecting once again another round of heat advisories and heat warnings across the region. Taking a glance out into the 8 to 14-day outlook, it doesn't change. Here we are looking at the outlook for temperatures. much above normal temperatures here across southern Idaho through that time frame next week, and below normal precipitation as well. So to repeat, looks like we have unseasonably hot conditions throughout the time frame. Heat impacts today and tomorrow with advisories and warnings in portions of our area. We do expect to see increasing scattered thunderstorm coverage across the central and southern mountains tomorrow for a potential red flag warning. We do expect to see some record highs coming back into the region for Tuesday and Wednesday with unseasonably hot temperatures, and then breezy conditions in the Central Mountains Wednesday and the Snake River Plain on Thursday. Those two things will probably bring us the potential for some red flag events as well. And then as we work our way into the weekend and next week, we expect unseasonably hot conditions to continue with near record highs, and certainly heat impacts continuing into next week. That's all I had here for you this morning. If you had any comments or questions, please contact us at the number on the screen. Thank you.